Okay, how you doing out there? Sorry this video's a little later than what I promised to a couple of guys to ask about it. But I had it recorded in time, but the audio quality was just horrible. Therefore I couldn't post it. And just life hasn't let me get back to doing this yet. So here I am on a nice beautiful Sunday afternoon, trying to make a second recording. Hopefully you'll like this one better. Okay, here is my review of the Garmin 396 LMTS. I've had it for a couple of months now. I got rid of my Garmin Zumo 665. Actually, I didn't really get rid of it. I put it on the wife's bike for now. That way she don't get lost. And anyway, here we go. Here's the unit. I'm in somewhat sun, somewhat shade. Back here where my index finger is where you turn it on. Can't say that I care for that too much. And it is slow to boot up. You get all the usual info if you're used to Garmin. You always have to hit the agree thing. God love the lawyers. It comes up pretty normal. You have your where to, your view map. It's a touch screen. It does work better with bare fingers versus gloves, but it will work with gloves. What I've noticed sometimes is when you touch something with gloves, it will highlight this orangish color, but it won't do anything. I think the secret is to hold it like that for a second or two when you're wearing gloves. But anyway, you can see by the looks of the screen there. Maybe I'll get in just a little closer. It looks normal from any other Garmin I've used. This is our normal navigate screen. You have your speed over here. Instead of the whole thing turning red, just these edges turn red if you were to happen to break the speed limit. Not that you would ever do that, of course. I have mine set up for direction over here just because that's what I like. If you press it, you can have it set up for temperature, time of day, elevation, fuel range, which I don't use because I have a fuel gauge. We'll go back. You have this little wrench here. All the different things that can be set up on your screen. I shouldn't say on your screen, but as this little shortcut menu. You have your media player, live track, which I'll get into that maybe a little later, phone, which I'm not using through the GPS, weather, trip data, traffic, my Verb remote, which I am using the Verb camera to record this right now, so we won't be using that. I don't have anything on the media player in here, but if you notice, it brings up my Pandora screen, which I do have my phone hooked up to go through my GPS for audio. Let me turn the bike on here. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's Take the Long Way Home by Supertramp. That's how I get my audio. Now here's one of the things I don't care for about it versus a 665. The 665 had a mount that had all the audio gone through the cable. Up under here is how you release it. Let's do this real quick. All we have now is strictly power. Everything else is done via Bluetooth wirelessly. If you want to cover your terminals, that little flap just goes over it. Let's plug her back in. So now what I have to do to get my audio is I have this talking to a unit in my trunk via Bluetooth. I will show you that here in just a second. Now I have this unit that is hardwired into the bike that is talking via Bluetooth to my Garmin unit. It runs off a battery, but I also have a cord and the adapter that I can plug into my socket if I so choose, which I do on an all-day trip. So this way, any audio I need to get into the bike speaker comes from the Garmin through this unit and then is wired into my motorcycle speakers. In all reality, they expect you to have this hooked to your helmet at all times, which is fine if you don't have bike speakers, because that's what I would do. From the main page, you can see up here, I am being charged. That's the fuel setting that I never use. Temperature, time, I have it set up for motorcycle. I don't know if you can see the Bluetooth data there, but if we do a where to, it works like any other Garmin, has a couple other features which are neat. Motorcycle locations, which It's fair. I mean, I don't see it bringing up anything great. I mean, just a few motorcycle shops in the area. Our normal go home, any saved route. This is a good one. Gas stations. Is it perfect? No, it's a GPS. It's only going to be as good as the software in the GPS. It's never going to be as fully up to date as your smartphone would be. You scroll down, here's one of my favorites, Tripadvisor, which I love it. So if you're traveling and you want to use Tripadvisor to find a nice hotel or restaurant, I have no idea what Foursquare is, but it's on here. Hit the return button. Here's our apps. We have our trip planner, share route, live track, which is a way I can send an email to somebody and they can track me live as long as I have that going. I've not used it yet, but we'll see. And of course my Pandora, which you already saw, that was running. Media player, which I've never used. Here's something new, smart notifications. It's an app you got to put on your smartphone, and it costs, it was either $4, $5, or $6. I forget what now, but you need to buy that app if you're going to use this GPS, because that app is how you get your weather data. And for me, I travel long distances without that app. You see that little eye in there? That's my smart link. This would not work. Gives me the current weather. If I want the weather radar, which is huge to me, which it's a beautiful day, so of course nothing's going to be on there. Where with the Garmin Zumo 665, this cost me $90 a year. I'm still paying it because it's on the wife's bike. But I would not recommend anybody that likes to travel like I do not have it. Here's my Verb remote, which I'm not going to mess with that because I'm using my Verb to record this. I don't use the phone. I don't pay for the photo live. You can put your service history in here if you'd like. I don't bother. I have it all written down at home. You have your traffic, parking, smartphone link, where I've been, Tripadvisor again. And here's another cool feature, helmet guide. And it will automatically come up as you approach a state line. I live in Ohio where helmets are optional if you're over 18 and been riding for more than a year. Other states, say like West Virginia where I quite frequent, you have to wear it no matter what. And it will come up and warn you of that. When in doubt, you can press on it. And of course, there's a disclaimer that if you get arrested because you followed this, well, it's on you, not on them. Let's just say we want to go to Alaska. Helmets are required if under 18 years old. Anyway, that's kind of how that works. It's pretty neat. You have your owner's manual on here. Your volume, of course. I'm currently using this via Bluetooth, so it's not applicable. Settings. This is the neatest feature. You hook it up to your Wi-Fi at home, and you hit updates. Of course, that won't come up, and it will automatically check. Now, it's not going to work right now because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I love it. Map and vehicle. Like anything else, I have it set to motorcycle. You can change all kinds of things. Map detail, I have it more. Driving map, I like 3D. Map theme, which is your Garmin. You have map tools. And I hit the wrong button here. Auto zoom, next stop, my maps are installed. Traffic mode, driver's assistance, and all that kind of cool stuff, which I almost never use it. I do have, nice bug just flew in my mouth. I do have rider alerts turned on. It lets me know if I'm in a school zone, slower traffic ahead, or if I'm approaching a speed zone. It's kind of nice. Incident notification. I hope I never have to figure that out completely, but in theory, somehow it detects an accident and it will give notification to whoever I have it set up for. I don't have the proximity alerts on right now, so I can't use that. Bluetooth, that's where we connect everything. You can see I have my iPhone on there, my trunk adapter, my smart notifications, which if you do get a text message, it will show up on there and it will actually play it for you. Just like if you say, hey Siri or something like that, read text. My friendly name, it's my Zumo. And that's pretty much that screen. Feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something. Of course, you hit that little X that gives you your full screen back. Hit your return button. Like always, you can zoom in, zoom out. If you touch on your location, you can save it if you choose to. If you've already used a Garmin, your learning curve will not be too strict, or I don't know if strict's the right word, too difficult on this. Now let me show you the app real quick. Okay, get over here in the shade. Hopefully you can see this. Here's the SmartLink app on my phone. It comes up with some things. I'm still not an expert on it. I can't tell if this is going to show up very good or not. But anyway, that's just the app you have to pay for if you want to get some of those advanced features. I recommend it. It's been worth it so far. Right now I had to buy the case separate. It does not come with the case. It's pretty much the exact same case I have in my Zumo 665. I recommend it. That way you can put it in a case, store it in a pocket, put it in your trunk, what have you, and it's protected that way. Like I was saying earlier, anytime you park your bike, you want to cover these terminals. That's all you've got to do. I like the cap method better that the 665 had. It was more secure. Also for my 665, I had a Touratech locking mount. They don't yet offer it for this model, but they tell me it is coming probably around the Thanksgiving time frame, based on what they told me. This locks a little different. It locks sideways. As you can see, your power button right here, you've got to hold it starting now. So it takes several seconds before that comes up. It will go into a low power sleep mode if you just do that. A real quick one button press. A quick one button press, it comes right back to life. That's fine if you're just in the store, but I wouldn't do that if you're going to be parked for a day or two or three, because I did kill my battery once when I didn't turn the Zumo off a few years back, over the course of a couple weeks when the weather was yuck. So, there we go. Right there it's telling me 14 minutes to get home if that's what I want to do. Which I don't. Not sure what else I could tell you about it right now. I think that pretty well covers it. I'm near Mansfield. If I want to enter a search, let's just say fuel. Notice how it kind of populates once you start to get something close. Hit the search button. And there's the My Bolero Corner Store and the Speedway, which is the nearest fuel to me. As always, you can hit your return. Let's just say gas, since more people like that word better. Even though you really should search for fuel. It'll find it. I hit that. I hit go. It's going to calculate my route just like any other Garmin would do. And it tells me how to get there. Shows me a little brief summary here. Again, if I don't want that, turn it off. There we are. Now if I want to cancel it, I go back to my main, just hit stop. It's that simple. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Does it cover every single option and feature that it has? No, but I think those are the ones we use the most. I hope this review is helpful. Thanks for watching. If you like any of my videos, hit the subscribe button. I don't post often, but I do post when I can, and it's mostly ride-related stuff. Thanks. Bye.